Hey everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the second episode of Ryza no Atelier. So, last episode was the beginning of this series, and we got to get the island, our characters, a bit of the overall setting kind of established, as well as, some new characters coming in, like the merchant, and more importantly, I really should remember his name at some points, but the guy that's with Leela, but Empel, yeah, him and her are now here, and they kind of like are a big part of shaking things up because it makes Ryza. It's an introduction for Ryza for the alchemy. You know, we got Lent and Leela, the combat side of things, and Tao with the book language side of things. So kind of all three of them kind of get their pot stirred up. That's the best way I can think to phrase it, right? It's a catalyst for some big change and growth in their lives, and this is pretty much the start of that, right? We had like one actual RPG kind of battle, but it went very poorly, so I have to imagine the next one goes a bit better. But I did like it. You could very much tell this is an RPG adaptation from the fight. I guess some people might not like that, but I guess if you play the game, you have a bit of a different opinion on some things kind of inherently. But one thing I did get a comment on the last video, and it wasn't that I forgot to mention, but yeah, it is great that they were able to reprise a lot of the roles, because you can't always rely on that happening. So it is great because that really helps feed into the nostalgia, feed into the familiarity of it. But it's great to see. So anyway, let's just jump into episode 2 and see what happens next. 3, 2, 1, play. It's funny because I had the first frame paused on and then I started it up, and it's like the windmill was frozen in time, and then I started up the windmill by hitting play. Also, great start to start us off with. Yeah, as always, I'm glad the show's not holding back in regards to showing off Ryza, her body, I dropped my cap. Her, Jesus Christ, her, just everything. Let's just say everything. But yeah. Ooh, I needed that water. so yeah. Did we get the opening in the first episode? I feel like we didn't. But we might have. I don't remember. But Claudia, we did meet last episode as well. Yeah, I think I do remember that. That part of the opening, I think I remember. Yeah, the rock guys too. I remember having some trouble with those in the game. So it was Golden Ray. Okay, I didn't misread it. Let's go the way we want. Because this show would have been much less enjoyable if they did shy away from the thigh thing, because that is what the show's most famous for, is Ryza's thighs, and they really get it across in the anime. Taking the first step, which I greatly appreciate, so it can't really be overstated. She has a new purpose in life, something to aspire for. Good for you. I think I might have to let my cat out real quick. Yeah, he's a busy man. That's what he came here for, yeah. A book, yeah. Yeah, that's how you get your alchemy recipes. Because one unique thing about the game is that the alchemy, it's like, you have like branching off paths. Like, because the book has the recipes, but you like do special things to make new recipes pop up. It's hard to explain, but it's a cool system. Yeah, I remember that one. It's all up to you, Ryza. Glad we have a task for Tao as well. Don't want to leave him left out. Why? Can we just buy a map? Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Everyone has homework. New authority figure. Because, you know, Ryza loves those. Do you know anything about being bitter? It's important, trust me. I guess that's something. Can you be more helpful? Book. Okay, we have our hint. And she's already gone. The second you get what you need, why stick around? I wish I had half of Ryza's energy and enthusiasm in life. Doing great there, Lent, Bent. I mean, if Leela told me to do something, I'd do it. Have we actually seen his father yet in the anime? I feel like we haven't, but he has definitely mentioned him a couple times. Watch your strength there, buddy. That's his battlefield. Relatable. I can't make heads or tails of that, so don't pull a whole bunch down. Yeah. Dust. We should better maintain this place. I think we got it. Don't eat the book. Wasn't there some kind of side quest involving goats in the game? Oh no. Because I vaguely remember finding goats in weird places. Like, I think they had paper or something. I don't know. Vague memories of the goat thing. Lick, yeah. I'm with you there, goats, you know, if I could do it. But I would have aimed for the thighs. But... yeah, they're definitely conspicuous. They don't get a lot of outsiders. Yeah, I think we saw a little bit of her in the first episode. I don't remember her name. Okay. Going back to Ryza, yeah. Beautiful field of flowers. Oh yeah, those things. I definitely remember those things. Weird looking grapes. But that is a bit of a problem. But yeah, we're obviously not gonna give up. That's not the Ryza way. I wouldn't do that. But I guess anything's worth a try to get more experience, you know? See what happens. But just don't expect much. Stirring up the pot. And what do we get? Oh! Right on the face. Ooh, a rock. Or coal. Or... the rock. I mean, I could have guessed as much, but at least now we know for sure. I mean, it's just not as exciting for them as it is for you. Yep, you're not the only one, Ryza. You might be the titular character, but they have lives too. Ain't that the truth? It was Claudia? That's definitely Claudia's voice. That's Claudia's outfit. Glad to have you come. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, it's so weird having a cock like that. That was really cute. That whole thing. Just them. Ooh, cookies. I knew you were the best, Claudia. If only you had glorious thighs, you'd be perfect. Yeah, you need to be more feminine like her. Yeah, anytime you want, Claudia. Don't feel shy. Yeah, let's make that clear. Yeah, it's just definitely. And you've now come over, so. More importantly, the book. Upside down horse. Yeah, we're at her place, you know. Yeah, just like I said, or like someone else said, you know, doesn't go smoothly at the beginning. Okay, finally, someone's helpful. Yeah, that's a requirement. Yes, there is. Yeah, this is important, Tao. Nice dust particles in the light. Oh, here's the father. I knew it was coming eventually. I feel like the first time we saw him in the game was him arguing with some merchant or whatever. I think. So if that's the case, that's a little bit different. But it makes sense in the game. Obviously, everything's from Ryza's perspective for the most part. Boss and his lackey. I didn't want you near my house anyway, so. What a wuss. Yeah, of course he did. It's really not a child's responsibility to deal with, to make sure his father behaves. It's kind of supposed to be the opposite. Yeah, that's definitely a good time just to leave, Get some fresh air. Ryza's so cute and supportive and such a good friend. Don't be a baby. Foreigners don't bite. Mostly. Yeah, might have to do some grinding first, somewhere safer. But yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, what he said. Which is actually something I was thinking. I'm glad he acknowledged that. Can you tell me how to stab things yet? If you say so, ma'am. I mean, you're part of the party, Tao. An RPG party with only 2 people is no RPG party at all. You need at least 3. Well, sure, but you gotta get stuff. You gotta get ingredients. You can't just, sit in front of the pot. Although you can grow a little garden near your atelier, so we're not at that point yet. It's, late game stuff. Mid to late game, somewhere in that area. It's just a road, it can't hurt you. Because, I do think it gets pretty wide from here. Yeah, that's so familiar. They're doing such a good job capturing the world. Let's go, guys. Don't want to fall behind. We might find a monster in our way. Most likely. Or, on our way back, one of the two. Because it can't just be an easy trip, Are we gonna see her, smack bushes with a stick at all? Because that was a fun part of the game. Smacking trees, make things fall, smacking bushes. That's what she said. Oh, that's a monster. Yeah, that is a monster, a very familiar looking one. Because, this area, I think, did have a boss one. Make sure you smack it and don't just touch it, so you get the advantage. I don't think it's gonna let you. Oof. Yep, you pissed him off. I mean, you do want the tank up front. You run. Yeah. Because I don't think you're high enough level for this. That was great. Yeah, it's distracted. He's like, I thought we were gonna play. Why'd you leave me? I feel so teased. But right away is a viable strategy if you're in over your head in a battle. We come home to Claudia. After a job well done. We didn't even fight, we just ran. I bet you are. Carry him on your back, Lance. Suspicious. Alchemy can really benefit your lives, you know. Okay, that's why he must be waiting just for a big stool, basically. And we're alive as a result. Like, I'm sure she's not gonna have a problem with that. If you feel like it was in over his head in a battle. There we go. I knew she wouldn't have too much of a problem with it. Because the mission was completed, they're all fine. So we're done now, right? With the ingredient gathering? That is true. That's only, one part of it. I'd probably just like drop it in more gently so it doesn't splash on me. Here we go. Oh, they're getting real fancy with it. Oh my god. Now it's on fire. And there's the bubbles. And we got our product. Yeah, they just really got fancy with that animation. Pretty good stuff. Is that the barrel? Leela pays attention. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that, you silly children, you. Yeah, also we have alchemy, we can, a good example, a good opportunity to show what, how alchemy can benefit your life, so we'll see if they seem suspicious after this. Works much better than a kiss on the boo-boo. Probably a little lower quality, but same idea. Ryza has one new fan for life, at least. Doi tashimashite. Which always sounds like don't touch my mustache to me. That's how I always remember her. Some mistakes are worth making. And there we go, bit of a run. You know, I think when I played the game, I bought some kind of DLC that, like, I think it's called the summer outfit or whatever, that removes some of the outfit. Much big improvement when you do that. A memorable scent. Amoide no kaori. Okay. Okay. Well, that was the second episode of Ryza no Atelier. So, more good stuff for sure. Like Ryza, same thing. She's really excited to do the whole alchemy thing. She's going around gathering the ingredients, pretty excited, but some are harder to find than others. Gets a little bit of help here and there. Literally needed to get, Impulse permission because had to go off island to get one of them. But she is like really very much in the honeymoon phase of being an alchemist where everything's like new and exciting and it's great. So I enjoy seeing Ryza like that. And of course, Lent and Tao are both doing their own things as well. Not as much to say about that, but Lent was having a bit of frustration with some of the stuff, like I don't want to draw maps, I want to stab stuff, that kind of thing. But Ryza is, of course, the focus and everything, but she also has Claudia as a new friend. Like they had Lent and Tal come over to her atelier and all that. But, she was talking about the alchemy, not really getting the excitement that she was hoping for. Then we have Claudia come in. She was much more satisfied with Claudia in general. I mean, I think part of it's just that she likes to have just like a female friend, right? Like, she has these two guys to hang out with, they're more or less childhood friends, I'm pretty sure. But, like, I don't think she really has any, female friend her own age to hang out with and stuff like that, so. And Claudia very Ojo-san-alike as well. She really gets that girly kind of high-class sort of stuff, So Ryza's really enjoying that, the kind of interactions she can have with her that she can't have with Lent and Tao, so it was cool to see that, we had, like, the Kurt scene, or whatever you want to call it, bit there. Which I enjoyed all that stuff for sure. But also we had Ryza smoke up the room. That was a thing too. Trying to substitute ingredients, but did not work so well. But I'm just so glad Claudia is now one of the gang, because it's a vast improvement, right? We're just having her and the two guys. But, and Claudia is just glad to have friends as well, That's obviously a big thing too. But Ryza gets her book, and she gets to continue to learn more about alchemy, and also gets to, make her first real product. Like, I know there was some kind of test in the first one, but this one felt more like a real first step, as the episode title was called, right? So, because not only did she get to get the ingredients herself, she got to synthesize it herself, we got the fancy, dancing, kind of like dreamlike visualization state that she was in. I don't know how to describe it with words really, but it looked great, and she made the product herself, and then like immediately afterwards got to use it on a customer. So get to not only get the ingredients, make it, use it all in one episode. So if you want to really feel like an alchemist, that whole thing probably did a good job of that for Ryza. So that was all good to see, especially because the kids were talking about suspiciousness on alchemists and foreigners and all that, and the best way to kind of like cut through a sense of suspicion and fear, ignorance, whatever you want to call it, is to show your worth, show what you do, what it's like, how it can benefit you, and that can go a long way to being accepted. So yeah, it was good to see all that. But we got a little bit of teasing on the father stuff. Didn't go too far into it, but you got enough of a feel. Even if this is your first time with the story, you probably got a basic idea of the father not being the best, the best role model, the most pleasant citizen. But like I said, you can't really put that on the son to deal with that. Like, when you're an adult, you really just, nobody's responsible for you. You're responsible for yourself. If the society you're a part of thinks you're a problem, it's their job to take action, whether it be arresting you or warning you or fining you, whatever it is. You can't just put that on Lens. That's just stupid, but, they try to do it nonetheless. But we also got to see, the environments, going through the cave and all that. I was waiting for it as I was watching the scene, and I was like, I know what it's supposed to look like after this cave. I've been there plenty of times. And then we saw it. It was like, yep, I remember that, arch, stone arch thingy in the road. I remember that, the grass. I remember the monsters. Just great to see. Remember the weasel thingies. Just, it's great. We also didn't fight it. We did run into it, so I was correct on that one, but we decided to just flee, so Lent really using that thinking for yourself that he was told to do. And a boss like that might be a little bit hard to do, because obviously I can't know what happened off screen, but it seems like they haven't really had much in the way of grinding, gaining levels in XP, making new equipment. Because in the games, what's actually more important than leveling up the characters themselves in the traditional sense is making equipment. So, you know, and they haven't really done any of that, so I really don't think they can fight a boss right now. I'm pretty confident on that, and Lent seemed to be as well, so. But the important thing is we got the mission accomplished, which was getting the ingredients and got the overall product made and used and everything, so great to see. Also, in the end, Lent got kind of praise from Leela, you know. That smile on his face after she said it really told the whole story there. But just, good God, those thighs. Like, is it asking too much to just be able to bury my face in it and, like, never take it out? Like, she would have a customer for life if she lets me do that. But anyway, that's a little bit off topic. But, yeah, that pretty much was the episode. Just Ryza making progress with the alchemy. That was pretty much the focal point of the episode was that. I'm not quite sure what the next episode will focus on, but in general, they're doing a good job of capturing the essence of the game, the chill, relaxing, you know, nature of it, the cute, fun, energeticness of Ryza, the curiosity, the sense of adventure. So obviously, there is some, even though it's mostly a chill, relaxing game, there is still plot, there's still twists and turns and reveals to happen. So we do have to get to that at some point. So, like the tower was mentioned in episode 1 as well, so we have to go there at some point. But also the history of the whatever kingdom and the runes, and yeah, it's all kind of connected to that. But we do learn more and more as we go, so at some point we got to get into that in the series. But for now, it is doing a good job getting things started, so I'm not going to like rush it or anything like that, but we'll see when the runes start to become a bit more of a focal point. But not for now. Like, I do hope we get to see her make the equipment and stuff like that. I want to see her hit the bushes with the stick. Like, that's when we'll be truly satisfied with the episode, with the show. So, hopefully we can get to that at some point. But anyway, good stuff. So, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.